again, it's us.
Hi, we're back.
Part
One more time, part
two.
two. You know, we kind of realized we started to talk about patience
patience.
is what we wanted to, but we
easily
kinda
moseyed on
went
over
into
to annoyance.
So we
I guess
wanna
they
do
go
a,
hand in hand.
a part two. I guess so. You know, you have
Right?
to be patient when you're annoyed.
I know.
You know, so that makes sense. So we're gonna try and go into.
But yeah, I
patience.
mean, it definitely overlaps because there's patience with individuals, there's patience with the situation, there's
Correct.
patience with yourself. Oh, that's a whole nother episode right there.
Just the idea of
I'm
waiting.
like, that's a whole other.
Someone gave me a really great piece of
Mhm.
advice one time. I'm a doer.
Mhm.
I love to, and I'm an action kind of guy,
Yeah.
so I'm always in motion. He told me, Kelly, things are gonna unfold for you like you won't believe.
That's like what it says. The
but
universe
you have to
unfolds
have
at the perfect
yeah,
time.
you have to have the patience
Mhm.
to allow that to happen.
Mhm.
Let things unfold
Yep.
for you. Don't try and make them happen. For
Yeah.
you. And I was like, well, that's a little
Well,
different
there's-
twist on what I'm
it's
used to
not
doing.
passive aggressive.
Because I'm
You're
used to trying to
doing-
make things happen for me, and sometimes you can't.
Sometimes you have to let the universe
Correct.
take what you've done
Correct.
and then
Sometimes
let it
you
unfold.
do your piece
Mhm.
and then allow things to unfold.
Mhm.
And in this particular instance, like I mean, there were several that I could point to in that one, but the words resonated back to me in one
Mhm.
particular instance because I was really pursuing something. This is when I was working in New York.
Mhm.
Really pursuing something connection-wise with
Mhm.
an entity that would have been able to hire a lot of our people. This is
Mhm.
the workforce development work, helping
Mhm.
people get jobs. And the guy was just non-responsive.
Oh, I can't stand that.
And we had already met,
Drives
talked,
me-
and
yeah,
everything.
it's
So
like
I'm like,
you drop off the face of
what?
the earth.
This guy like
Yeah.
landed in my breath stink in his face or what? Like, what was the problem here?
Did I come
And
across too eager? Or what did
I
do?
just had to say, okay, you know what? Take a step back and let
Mhm.
this one. And he ended up getting back to me. Oh, he was so apologetic. We had like an hour-long conversation on the phone, not about business,
Yeah.
about life and work
Yep.
and how you get caught up in stuff. And then he said, I really want to work with your guys. So can you send me two? He was doing air sealing,
Yeah.
inside of homes. So he said, can you send me two? They got to make sure they know how to walk on the rafters.
Mhm.
I said, yeah, no, they're not going to step through, because you're walking
Yeah.
on those beams up in an
Totally.
attic. If you step on
Yeah,
it,
you go
you're
flying
going
down.
to go right through. It's
Actually,
happened
my
before.
husband did that, and we had
You know.
like this whole thing,
Yeah.
hole hanging, and you can see like
Yeah.
cracks all over.
So that kind of unfolded very well. He ended up becoming a really great. So I mean,
Mhm.
we were in New York. This guy lived in New Jersey. He
Mhm.
operated his place in New Jersey, but he did a lot of work in New York.
Yeah, that's
Staten
super
Island.
common. Yeah.
Yeah. So the guys had to literally meet him
Mhm.
at the place in New. They were all, and he's operating early. He's getting over here like 7:00,
Wow.
7:30. To start working.
Yeah.
Because typically in
Taking
that
that
construction world
train,
it's 7
yeah.
to 3.
All the way down.
Yeah. So the guys were showing up. 6:30, ready
Mm-hmm.
to go, make sure they meet up with him, and then they go to the place, and it turned out to be a really, really great relationship.
Mhm.
I don't think it would have gone that way if I did not say, okay, you know what, let me just take a step back and let
Glasses
this
a little
unfold.
bright. There you go.
So sometimes that, again,
Mhm.
I always say, take a step back and dig yourself. That's what we're talking about with
Mhm.
that level of patience with the.
Well, when it comes to
allowing
patience,
stuff
where
to unfold.
it's in your hands, and then you have to give it up to the universe or somebody, let it go to somebody else's hands, and not have that control, and ultimately have to relinquish that, and you can't control. I mean, there have been times where certain situations, I'm just like, I don't want to do it. I don't want to relinquish that control, and then somebody doesn't contact back. And yes, you said everything was awesome, or just yeah. I mean, I don't even know where to begin.
That's the
it's very
key right
hard
there.
because you're relinquishing that control,
The key is right there.
and you
the
feel like you're not
relinquishing
doing
of
anything.
control.
You feel like you're just passive aggressive. You're not doing anything. You're just
Yeah.
We've all been there.
That's I think the hard part for us as people. Period.
Yeah.
Even if we're not,
And then there's
into the
those
idea
that
of doing
relinquish
things.
control and then just are lazy and then blame it on everyone else. That's a whole
Correct.
other topic.
Oh, that's just giving stuff up
I
like,
know.
hey, I'll just pass this off and let
Mhm.
everybody else.
Totally.
And if it lands right, it looks good.
I
Okay,
know.
great. And if not, hey, I know.
It was their fault. It was their fault.
That's definitely
Yeah.
not the way to go.
Totally.
But that whole idea of relinquishing control, I think, is what causes that sense of impatience for people.
Mhm.
and that sense of angst where you know it really
Yeah.
becomes like,
And that becomes anxiety.
you know, and you know,
uncertainty.
what's going on? You know, yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, and then the other sad part with us is our mind starts to run.
Oh my God, and race.
With
and you
all
can't
with
sleep,
all of
and
these
it's
different
like,
kind of wild scenarios that
I know.
could be going on.
I know.
This could be happening.
Spending
Maybe
your
it's
life
this. Maybe
thinking
it's
about
that,
what
you know.
could be is like, oh my
Oh.
God, it's so draining. What positive energy you could utilize towards something.
Taking this back to what, you know, if
Mhm.
I had worried about, you know, and this goes back to that circle of concern, circle of
Mhm.
influence. If I had
Which is
worried
genius.
about what was going
Okay.
on
Mhm.
with this guy, he was just busy.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing.
It didn't come from my mind that, you know, like, wait a minute, this guy's traveling from Jersey
You don't
to
know
New
what's
York,
going on in
and he
other
lives in New
people's
Jersey,
lives.
so he has to go back to New Jersey
Yes.
after working all day.
And you don't know what's going on in other people's lives. My creative director, who was my mentor and who I idolize in a lot of ways because it started my career in advertising, he always said, you know, Marcy, you just never know what's going on. I was like, really? Like, that's your explanation? But then he told me how one time when he was working at BBDO, he was friends with like one of the president guys, and then he needed some kind of creative from someone, and he didn't know why this guy wasn't responding, and this guy was really important. It turns out he got himself involved in something not so cool and had
Ooh.
died.
Ooh.
And he's like, Marcy, who would have thought? And who would have thought? He's like, you don't know what's going on with them. I'm like, very true. So I
Correct.
try to be cognizant of that and almost have a timeline. If I don't hear back by a certain amount of time, maybe shoot them a more pleasant email and
Mhm.
not something harsh,
Mhm.
you know?
Mhm. Mhm.
That's how I...
You know, you just made me think of something in pastoral care. There's a
Mhm.
concept, and it's in pretty much any kind of
Yeah.
clinical care that you meet a person where they are, you meet a person at the point of their needs.
Yeah.
You know, I'm always in the space of, you know, trying to meet someone where they are,
Mhm.
because you never know what's going on in
Mhm.
someone's life, and they may be putting up the face to try
Yeah.
and make sure everything is, you know,
Yeah.
because they're trying to keep everything afloat.
Yeah.
When in actuality, you know,
I
they
just still
feel
think
like they're drowning,
transparency
and, you
is
know,
the best. And
uh,
people, you shouldn't have to handle it alone.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think if people realize that, hey,
Mhm.
you know, I recognize that,
Yeah.
you know, this isn't
This is more common than you think. You don't
everything,
need
and
to
you
be
know,
like,
so if you need some space to talk about it or
Yeah.
air out, or, you know, even if you just need some
But in
space
this
to
world,
to let it
everyone
settle.
is so into
I'm
instant
open.
gratification.
Yeah, I'm open for that. You know,
And
and that's a
everyone's-
problem.
And everyone's for themselves, and I think that's where you either get screwed over.
Oh man, that
Yes,
one
we all
that one
gotten
kills me.
screwed over.
The me mentality.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh man, it took me a little while to get out of the
Yeah.
egocentric mindset, but it seems that, you know, our society and the way
Yeah.
things are is very much like that. You know, as if we are actually
It's like
the
running
individual
around
at the
with
center of the
3-year-olds.
universe.
I want.
You know, once we kind of realize, like, hey, you know, we have a role to play.
I know.
You know, and
Need patience, people.
and figure out
Patience.
what that role is. I
Yeah.
guess it ties into the patience.
Yeah.
In allowing oneself to realize what your purpose is, that's a journey.
Yeah.
You know, but that's why I think we're always here and we're always searching.
Hmm.
That you have to be patient for and allow to
Totally.
unfold. It took me. Wow.
I think it comes with age. In my 20s,
it took me about
you know,
40,
now in
about
their
40
30s.
years.
Yeah.
About 40 years. I don't think I was 40. I may have been in my late 30s before I finally realized, okay, this is
Well,
why
yeah,
I'm
my
here.
30s, I figured it
You
out.
know?
Early 30s.
Yeah, this is why I'm here, and this is what I'm
Not
supposed
giving
to
up
do.
my age.
You know, yeah.
No, I don't care if people know.
Yeah, no,
I'm
everybody
38.
knows. Yeah.
There we go. 38.
Wow, look at that.
38. I'm 38.
I actually know her age, but I always think she's so much younger.
I know, because I act like I'm 20.
It's
That's what keeps me
the
young.
vibrant spirit. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know, and that goes with the
I
patience
know.
as well.
Totally.
The vibrant spirit is what allows you to be able to laugh at things
Mhm.
and say, you know what? It's really not that big of
It's
a
not
deal.
that bad in the
Let
scheme
me
of
just take a
things.
breath. You know,
Yes.
that's another good one.
Oh, well, we
Take
have
a
like
breath.
how much material now again?
Take a
We have
breath.
so many.
Yeah.
But you should check us out at www.positiveenergypodcast.com. Yes.
Or you can email us, positiveenergypodcast@gmail.com.
And subscribe to us on YouTube.
Yes, definitely a YouTube channel as
You
well
know,
as
I
SoundCloud.
noticed there are a lot of, because I post it on LinkedIn, you know, we post on LinkedIn, there's a lot of little closet watchers. They love
I
watching.
don't mind.
It's funny. I love it too. It's almost like people don't want to admit that this totally relates to them, but it's normal.
I want you to
It's
watch
normal.
and
Just
share.
watch it. When you're
Share
pissed off,
as
watch
much
it.
as you can.
I know.
Because
But
the
don't
more
reach
the
out and
words
touch
get out,
someone because that
yeah,
that
yeah,
made
that-
me crack up.
that
Not
you gotta make
porn
sure
people.
we realize we're touching people here
In their
the
hearts.
heart. All right,
Not on the
literally not in the
turtles.
skin.
I know. But anyway,
Oh,
yes.
gotta make sure you keep it funky. Keep it positive and funky all the time.
Funky.
Hey, thanks for tuning in.
Yes.
We will be back. So please
Yes. Love
contact
light
us.
energy.
Let us know what you want to hear.
Bye.
Love light energy. Bye bye.